Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. All of my books are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame romance, general readings, life path and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to the Divine Feminine Empowerment Tarot reading, Messages for Divine Feminine. This is for the week of April 24th. And for the following week. So these readings are good for the next 2 weeks into May 2023. Can't believe it. To start, we are going to say a blessing over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Divine Feminines, Guardian Angels, let this reading be of the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels, twin flame angels, please help twin flames around the world understand what they need to know to learn and to grow. We're going to start with a tarot card. This is going to represent the overall arching energy of the Divine Feminine Collective throughout these next 2 weeks. So let's just see, angels, divine feminines, guardian angels. What is the overall arching energy for the Divine Feminine Collective now for the next 2 weeks, please? Whoa, we got the Star card. And guess what? Guess what, Divine Feminine? It is upright. Hooray! The Star card upright. Amazing. Wishes granted, Divine Feminine. This is about you living in your divine destiny. This is a pat on the back. I love this, Divine Feminine. I need a pat on the back. Don't you, Divine Feminine? I feel like the universe hasn't been patting me on the back enough in the last couple of months, few months, maybe the last 3 years. I think we need this, Divine Feminine. I think we need this pat on the back from the universe saying, you've done a good job, you are aligned, your wishes will be granted, you are aligned with divine destiny. This is amazing. Now, per usual, I always like to get qualifier cards to qualify the first card, which in this case is amazing. The Star, wishes granted. It's a major arcana card in tarot, which major arcanas mean big deal in your life. This is something that is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not something that happens daily, every single day. Like I said, the universe is patting you on the back. The universe, okay, let's just stop here. The universe is patting you on the back. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back and say, good job, you've done well, Divine Feminine, because we all need that. And on this very difficult and arduous journey, this spiritual journey, this unfolding, we don't often get these pats on the back. We get a lot of not so nice things happening to us. 10 of Cups, look at this, Divine Feminine. Your Star, your wishes and dreams coming true have to do with the 10 of Cups upright. Happy, fulfilling relationships, a happy, fulfilling marriage or long-term partnership. This is about love, romance, trustworthy relationships, the big happy family. So I believe for you, Divine Feminine, if you've been wishing, hoping, praying, dreaming about having the best relationship possible, romantic relationship possible, this is the universe telling you, yes, 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 yes. Your wishes are granted. Your wishes will be fulfilled. Your wishes will come true. Oh my gosh. Yay. Harmony, blissful relationship, emotionally fulfilled, stability, idyllic, peace, divine love. Oh my gosh. And if some of you have been worried about not being able to get married and have kids or, have a family, put your worries to rest because your wishes are being granted right now. The universe is coming forth and saying, congratulations, you've been doing so well up until this point, sticking to your path, sticking to your divine path, in other words. I don't want to pull another tarot card, Divine Feminine. I just don't. This reading is too good so far. But let's pick from the Twin Flame Oracle deck and see what's happening on your Twin Flame journey, Divine Feminine. What does Divine Feminine need to know to learn and to grow for these next 2 weeks, starting April 24th, 2023? So we've got this for Divine Feminines from your angelic presence that's with you right now. Unconditional love. Oh my God, I knew this card was going to come up. It's so odd. Sometimes I get visions of cards before they come up, and this card, unconditional love, came up. And it's a loving couple. Look at those heart balloons above their head. Look at that. Unconditional love. Unconditional love, unconditional happiness and support from divine source, unconditional love and support from a divine romantic connection for you, Divine Feminine. Okay, let's recap this reading because it's almost unbelievable. The Star card, your wishes being granted, wishes fulfilled. Then we have this Ten of Cups, the happy, fulfilled relationships, the storybook ending, and we have unconditional love in your romantic partnership. This is crazy. Okay, we are going to pick, I was really drawn to the mystical wisdom cards. So let's see, what advice do you need to give to Divine Feminines in this collective, angels and guides, in this mystical wisdom deck, please and thank you. What does Divine Feminine need to know to learn and to grow this week? Peacock, raise your standards. Raise your standards. I was looking to the side because I think this card is actually the card that's on the box of the deck, and I don't have the box in front of me. But it says, peacock, raise your standards. Have you ever seen a peacock, Divine Feminine? I used to have peacocks in my backyard in the south of France. It was crazy. The peacocks would wake us up in the morning. They're not, I don't think they're indigenous to France, but in the south of France, there are a lot of peacocks. And the males, especially males and females, I don't know. We used to have these sliding glass windows that would go all the way across the back of the home. And in the morning, 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever, at the crack of dawn, we had all these peacocks that were lined up against our sliding glass windows in the morning. And they make this really strange sound. It's almost like a baby crying. It's crazy. It's a very loud noise. But peacocks are really beautiful. And it says, raise your standards. So the lesson here for you, Divine Feminine, is to raise your standards. Like the peacock strutting around and showing its beautiful feathers to the world. And I feel like if you want your wish to come true through the Star card, don't settle for less than what you want. Don't settle for less than that which you truly desire, that which you truly want. Don't lower your standards. Don't keep your standards low when it comes to romantic partnership. Keep your standards high, raise your standards, stand proud in knowing that you can have exactly what you desire in love and romance, in this unconditionally loving relationship. You can have it. You can have the standard, the high standard of relationship that you want, Divine Feminine. Do not settle for less. So next, we're going to pick from the Divine Feminine Oracle. Let's see what the angels and guides have to say to you which of the divine feminine icons or archetypes are showing up for you this week and next week into May for divine feminines here. So what is showing up for divine feminines? Which one of you archetypes, divine feminines, is showing up for the collective for the next 2 weeks, please? And it's Rabia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And I'm going to read it for you, divine feminine, because I am not familiar with this divine feminine archetype, Rabia. Rabia, the queen of saintly women. Who is she? Rabia represents a rare, pure love that doesn't seek anything other than simply to love. Rabia was one of the most influential Sufi women in Islamic history. She is a Muslim saint and a Sufi mystic who lived in the 8th century in Basra, present-day Iraq. On the night she was born, her father had a vision of Muhammad. He told him, "Your newly born daughter is a favorite of the Lord and shall lead many Muslims to the right path." When Rabia was still just a little girl, her father died and she was then sold into slavery. She would pray every night to be released so that she could spend the hours of her day in service of Allah, the Arabic word for God. When her master overheard her prayers and saw she was illuminated with light as she prayed, he realized she was a saint. He released her immediately. She went into the desert and worshipped in solitude. Rabia became known as the Queen of Saintly Women because of the purity of her love and devotion to Allah. She set forth the doctrine of divine love known as Ishq-i-Haqi. Her poetry emphasized her desire to worship for the sake of loving Allah and not for personal gain. In one of her poems, she says, "I carry a torch in one hand and a bucket of water in the other." She wants to set fire to heaven and put out the fires of hell, so that love seeks no gain except to be in service of love itself. She explains, "I do not want to worship for fear of punishment or the promise of reward, but simply for the love of Allah." When your soul selects her card, in her lifetime, Rabia has embodied a freedom that divine love offers us. If we see her life as a metaphor of the soul's progression, she went from slavery to sainthood by devoting herself to Allah. Her only concern was the love that she could give to God. Her every action was motivated by her devotion to God, and through it, she received the greatest spiritual gift, self-realization. Although it can be very difficult, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. I'm going to say that again, divine feminine. Although it can be very difficult, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us, but divine love is unconditional. Unconditional love, divine feminine. It's a love that seeks only to love. No hidden agendas, no strings attached. Rabia relates in one of her poems, "Prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. Each time we're able to love someone or ourselves without conditions to that love, we arrive at this altar within us. We free them and ourselves. We remember what Rabia knew so well, that to love just for the sake of loving lets the divine act through us." Soul voice meditation. Are my current actions motivated by love? An intention. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. I think this is a beautiful message for the next 2 weeks for you, divine feminine, because to love for the sake of love without hidden motivation, without hidden agenda, without expectations will eventually get you to what you want. The star, wishes granted, wishes coming true, because you are not manipulating or controlling the idea of love, the concept of love, or trying to manipulate or control someone else into fitting into what you expect of them. So just remember that for the next 2 weeks, Divine Feminine. Act in service to God for the sake of love itself. Not in fear, but for the sake of love. So I hope this was helpful, Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy one of my 10 published books. You can join my Twin Flame Divine Feminine boot camps that are online. The links are all below. And I will see you in the next video.